Cheers, everybody. Whew. Camping road coffee. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I am so looking forward to this adventure. I was wondering how this was going to work out. I mean, for the past week, as far as going camping, here in Indiana, it's rained almost every single day, and it's just been miserable. And now we've got a break. No rain today. They actually said that we were supposed to see some sunshine. I'm not cross my fingers, but I'm not going to hold my breath. But anyway, I feel very fortunate, and I appreciate you guys coming along with me on this adventure. Going to try something a little bit new for me over a campfire when it comes to dinner. So let's hope that works out. Actually, that might even be in the title, so not that it's a surprise, but I'm going to try to make biscuits and gravy. I mean, it's just a great comfort food. And part of the things I love about going camping is getting out, relaxing, enjoying the campfire, and having a good meal. So let's get this adventure on the way. I've run on at the mouth enough. So appreciate you coming along. Y'all take care, and we'll see you at the campground. Okay, everybody, here is our little campsite. And I do mean it's a little campsite. Looks like they've been doing some pruning or something here. They've cut down a couple trees here. But maybe you can see in the distance, you can see all the other campsites. They're like right on top of each other back here. Now, I've camped down here before, but always in the primitive section. Not too much so in the electric. But wow, they are just close. Oh, and there's our two neighbors we got. And I'm standing almost pretty much on the road and right around here, right across from the bathhouse, but it is closed. You are on your own out here pretty much in winter camping. So let's take a walk back here real quick. Pardon the jostling. But we do have a nice view off the back here. It's a little tangly, but another benefit that I'm finding, I've mentioned it in previous videos, when you go to campgrounds, you usually don't find too much to add to your own campfire. Wow, there's a bunch back here. I don't know what they've been doing, but so we should have a nice, really good fire tonight. So, all right, folks, I'm going to set you down and let's get that fire going. I'm starting to get a little chilly. Take care. Okay, folks, let's see what we can get going here. Now, I did go around and I picked up a few sticks, but I was optimistic, but they're soaking wet. So we are going to make do with what I brought. Actually, let's go ahead and we'll start with this guy. About a foot. I was smarter this time. I actually kept the duct tape up in the cab of the truck. It's a little tight, but I think we'll get it done. Oh, just don't stick to me. I'll put a few pieces around here to get lit. Perfect. Now we'll add those. I have a tendency to put my own fire out, so let's start small and get better. Got a new lighter too. There we go. Awesome. All right, we'll add a little to it. We should have a nice fire here directly. Welcome back, folks. We'll try this again. I've had to move the camera a couple, 3 times because the wind's swirling. Every time I get it set up, smoke blows right at it. So, but the sun is poking out. That is nice. It might make the fire a little hard to see, but we finally got it going. The base down there was just soaking wet. Oh my goodness. It took me forever to finally get that dried out, and I've got the fire built up high enough where I'm getting a decent amount of coals down there. So that's why we're seeing so much smoke coming out here. It's actually maybe steam or something coming off the bottom of that dude. Holy catfish. It's just from all that rain. Oh, speaking of rain, had an issue. People with camper shells, little sliding windows, you've probably run into this a time or two. But here's a huge tip. Always make sure that window is latched. Oh, excuse me. Last trip out, I don't think I got the driver's side window completely latched. Thought I did. And just from driving around, it started sliding forward. It slid forward probably about that much, and I didn't notice it. Unfortunately, that was my bad. But what happened was, of course, since we've had nothing but rain here in Indiana, pretty much for the past week solid, it rained. And then I came out one morning and noticed, hey, my window's open on my truck. Open it up, and the bedding, on the probably about that far up on the bedding, the floor was just soaked. My little wood box I had back there had water in it. And, well, it wasn't water at the time because that night it got pretty cold. So it was actually ice inside there. And the box itself actually froze to the carpet. So it took some doing. Then strip all the bedding out. Got the box out, cleaned it out best I could, put it in the garage to thaw out. So, we're good to go. But, oh my goodness, unfortunately, I have one of those plastic zipper mattress covers, so the mattress stayed dry. That was a plus. Otherwise, we'd have been all kinds of hurting trying to dry that dude out. So now that I've got a decent fire going here, and it's taking a while. I mean, we're running out of daylight. So hopefully we get a nice bed of coals here, get dinner going. So I'm going to kick back, probably make me another cup of coffee, and enjoy this. But with that sun coming out, and though we do have a good steady breeze, it's not a hard breeze. So I mean, my hands haven't gotten cold, I haven't got cold, but we are officially below, well, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So it is technically freezing temperatures. Oh, and we may hear some odd noises from time to time. Apparently they're doing some cleanup or something here in the campground. For the past hour, I've been listening to pretty much a non-stop chainsaw. So we might hear that fire up again. Let's hope not. So, all right, folks, I'm going to enjoy this fire I got going here. Took a little bit of effort, but I'm going to thoroughly enjoy it. And then we'll get dinner going. So you folks take care, and I'll see you soon. Okay, everybody, we're going to start getting dinner prepped. I hope you can hear me okay, because the chainsaw monster is back. You can probably hear it in the background. One thing, it's not one thing, it's 7. Sun's coming at an angle to us also. All right, now what we're going to do today, and this is not a typical recipe by any means, but we're going to give it a shot. What we're going to try to do is make some biscuits and gravy. We're going to try, oops, well, that started off great. These are eggs. I'll get to them in a minute. Now, I like to do keep it simple as I can at camp, so I did a lot of prep work ahead of time. So, this is my new pot we see, made the chili in, and I went ahead and browned the sausage. So we're going to take that. It's Tennessee Pride Spicy. And I need to, bear with me, I need a spoon. We're back. Get this out of here. Like so. Break it up just a little bit. What I'm going to do, I'll set you aside. Yeah, you're going to tip, so let's get the cleans aside here. We've got hiccups. We're going to put this over the fire. I want this to start warming up. So be right back. Okay, folks, it didn't take too long to warm that up on that fire. Again, apologies for the smoke. Seems like no matter where it's just following me all over the campground. So I just gave up fighting it. So now what we got here is, I've used this before and it works pretty good. It is the Pioneer ready to go gravy mix. So what we need, so when it calls for 2 cups of water, and there's instructions on putting it together, but we'll follow those loosely. First, we're gonna need this guy. So what I do, so 2 cups of water, I've already pre-measured these, is I use 1 cup of water and 1 cup of milk. If you substitute part of the water for milk, it comes out to a thicker gravy, which I like. So, and I'm going to make it the way I like it. So we're going to dump this in this bowl here. And get it all come out of the package. This, always keep an eye on your trash. And we'll start with our 1 cup of water. And give this a slight mix. Then our 1 cup of milk. Now this is not how I make biscuits and gravy at home typically, but I thought I just want to give this a shot. I mean, I'm a huge fan of biscuits and gravy anyway. It mixed up pretty good. Try to get all the powder dissolved. I think we're good there. Open this guy up. Maybe he's steaming. That's why I just want to get him to where he's steaming. I don't want him, you know, my biggest concern is burning. So we're just going to pour that mess in there. And I'll just use this again. We're going to give that a mix. And I'm going to set this not directly over the fire, but to the side. I want it to start simmering. I don't want it to burn. So, all right, I'm going to set this on the fire. Make sure, okay, the handle's not hot anymore. Was a second ago. And we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Now, I went ahead and I washed this and this. I've got that, like I said, not over the hot spot of the fire, just, you know, where it's nice and warm, but not crazy hot. Part 2. I'm gonna make some eggs. If I can get it open, there we go. And I'm gonna try a little experiment with it, just a 1 egg type thing, just to see how it works, just my own curiosity. So, we're gonna need that in a minute. And nice. There we go. 1. 2. And clean that up in a minute. 3. There's 3 eggs. Get some of the egg off my fingers. We're gonna need just a shot of water. We need the water to help create steam. Yeah, it looks good. Salt and pepper to taste. It looks pretty good. I always add more. And my favorite part. Yeah, it's a good amount. Pepper. I'm gonna mix these guys up. So I'll be back here in a second. All right. Then mixed up. Let me take this. Now it's smarter. Well, it's been out here in the cold now. Shoot. I had this in the front of the truck to keep it warm. So it'll actually spray. And let's hope for the best. I warm the can up a little bit. No, it's not going to spray per se. That's okay. We'll get a decent amount in there. Take a clean paper towel. And just make sure we get it all greased up in there real good. Without having a tremendous amount in there. Hopefully that'll do the job. Pour this bad boy in here. Just like that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and, let me just get another paper towel. We're going to do one for this guy too. Well, I can always wipe the extra out. I want to make sure I get the sides. That's way more than I want to use, but we're going to clean it up here a little bit. I pulled that dude out of the truck a little too soon. There we go. Now, this little experiment. I'm going to take 1 egg. Not going to mix it up. and just dump it right in there. With a little bit, not a lot, just to generate steam. So like a healthy cap full of water. That's our experiment. We'll see how it goes. I'm just rifling through these paper towels, I'll tell you what. All right, now our heavy duty foil. Put that on there. You want to make sure you get a good seal when you're cooking eggs over a fire, because you really want to generate that steam. And it'll take anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. Since I only have 3 eggs in here, I'm thinking closer to 10 than 15 minutes. That guy, I don't know, I have to check him periodically. But I want to see this, I just want to see if it's possible to cook it this way to get like an over easy egg. Still has a soft yolk. We will see. All right. And I'm going to be babying that gravy a lot. I'm going to be checking that every 2 or 3 minutes, give it a stir to make sure it doesn't burn. So, all right, I'm going to get these on the fire, clean up this mess I have created, and then we'll be back. Okay, everybody, let's see how we did. Oh my goodness. Oh. Old age, I'll tell you what, it catches up with everybody. Oh, and the sun is almost right in my eyes. Perfect. I had some biscuits. I pre-made those too, and I warmed them up on the fire. All right, where to start? Right now, here's our little experiment egg. Just want to see. Let's start with that. Oh my goodness. I think I might have had it on there just a little bit too long, but actually this about came out. All right, so let's start with our egg mixture here. Man, see if we can, yeah, it looks funny, I'll guarantee you that. Whoops. But it's basically like one giant solid scrambled egg. Let's chop that up a little bit. And I forgot, typically I put cheese on top of this, and I just forgot to bring it. All right, let's give this guy a taste test here. Yep. Eggs are pretty easy to cook over a fire. It takes a little bit of practice, timing. The secret is adding water to it. That way the top cooks. Now let's dump this guy out. It looks like it's the oddest shaped looking egg. Let's see something here. Oh, it did cook all the way through, so I did leave it on there a little bit too long. See how it tastes. Like a plain cooked egg. Whew. I think I forgot to do to it. Let's put some salt and pepper on that dude. All right. Yeah, I'm putting that off, I know. Come on. Whoa, let's get crazy. Yeah, I love pepper, so that ain't gonna hurt my feelings at all. Now, let's get into these. Now, I went ahead and made these at home, because I have issues for some reason cooking biscuits. Oh my goodness. They didn't quite get as warm as I would like, but I got a little impatient. I'm hungry. Let's break these up a little bit. All right, now let's see how this came out. Now this took a lot longer to cook than I thought. It never really wanted to come to, I like to bring it to a boil and then turn down the heat, but you just can't do that apparently on a fire. So it was a lot of watching and stirring. The eggs were pretty much done. I set them off to the side just to kind of keep them warm. So let's try not to make too much of them, but it came out the right consistency. Ho, 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 yeah. Look at that. Now, when I make sausage gravy, it's more sausage than gravy, but that's how I make it. Let's keep that warm. And let's see how we did. Try to get a little, well, that's gonna be, oh, let's get prepared. I always burn my tongue. I get impatient. So we're on standby there. Be prepared. See how it came out. I mean, it looks great. Fantastic. It worked, but I'll tell you what, it did take a heck of a lot longer to cook than I thought it was going to take. That's part of the learning process. And that is good stuff. And whoa, that is spicy sausage. Oh, not all that warm, but let's let them go crazy. Yep, piece of cheese on there would have been great. The gravy is hot enough that it warmed the biscuits right back up. Oh, let me get some of this stuff out of the way. I am horrible about that, and I apologize, folks. But yeah, it worked. Awesome. This learning process, but you know, that would be great. Like in the mornings, yeah, campfire going. Take a couple of these little small dudes and throw some eggs over there, and boom, egg sandwich. Great for breakfast. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, one more bite here. I do love biscuits and gravy. Oh my goodness. And this is the first time I've ever cooked it over a campfire. And it worked. Granted, it was not a traditional recipe for biscuits and gravy, but man, this is good. So folks, I'm going to eat dinner and then probably make me another cup of coffee, and then we'll relax by the fire a little bit. Call it a night. So y'all, appreciate you following along with me. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Oh, check this out, folks. Oh, that was pretty nifty. A giant flock of birds just flew over camp. It took me a minute to get to the camera. It was a lot larger than that. And there's our little sunset this evening. So well, that was a little nifty little thing. So all right, got the dishes all cleaned up, so get that coffee and I'll see you by the fire. Oh, a slant. Oh, all right. Oh, nice that cup of coffee. Cheers, folks. Oh, I'll tell you what, this has been the smokiest fire I've had to deal with. I think the entire, well, I can say for certain this camping season. We're only like, what, 3-4 episodes deep? Oh, but you know, I think that dinner worked out pretty well. It tasted great. Took a lot longer to prepare than I had anticipated, but I was patient with it. And I want to be real careful because those little campfire pots and pans, they're pretty thin. So things have a tendency to burn on the bottom. I didn't really have an issue. The eggs were pretty much done well ahead of time. So I just set them off like in a warming zone, I guess, until the gravy was basically at the consistency of gravy. Oh my goodness. This has been a fantastic trip. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how forward I was looking at getting out here on this one. Oh, and I want to say peace and quiet, but I don't know if you can hear it or not, but we had like 2 big flocks of birds go over, I know I got some of it on video. Hopefully it came out and you can see them. But man, I want to be quiet for a second. See if you can hear that in the background. Wow, they all flew over and landed in a group of trees over there off my shoulder, and they're going bananas. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh, and they just quit. Oh, they took off. I can see them in the distance. I see all these little black dots just there they go. All right, that's awesome. Well, folks, dinner was great. The little egg experiment I did turned out pretty good. A little overcooked it. I like the yolk was definitely cooked through, but that's okay. Like I said, something like that. And that really, it took about 12 minutes for that dude to get done. Not so much for the gravy. But that'd be great over a campfire in the morning. Easy, you know. Take one of those little miniature, I guess, loaf pans, those little aluminum dudes, coat it down, throw an egg in there, cap full of water. It's all you use was a cap full. Should have put some salt and pepper on it. Oh, jeez. That was my mistake. And just set it over, little heavy duty foil on top, set it on the fire, and boom. You can do the same thing with the bigger one, mixing it up. Like I said, it's just like a sheet of scrambled egg is what it comes out to. But that'd be great for a breakfast in the morning. I'm not a breakfast person really, but that would make a great little, it doesn't take too long, and sandwich or what have you. Oh, well, guys, oddly enough, it's right now it's below 32 degrees. It's about, well, I can just barely see my breath, but it's below freezing, barely, or right on the line. But since the wind has been slight, I mean, we got a breeze, obviously, but I mean, my hands haven't really gotten cold. I haven't really gotten cold, and helps it by this fire. But I've got camps all cleaned up, got the truck buttoned up, got the heater on, warming up the inside, get ready for tonight. So, folks, I do appreciate y'all coming along. I really do. This has been a great trip. I mean, can't tell you how forward I was looking to this after this whole week of dismal weather. Excuse me. So, y'all take care, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, campers. Cheers. Oh, can't wait to get my second one of those. But last night was great. Man, once that sun set, the wind just stopped, and it was just dead calm here in the campground. Just the only thing you could really hear was the fire, and that was just awesome. I just sat by the fire. Actually, stoked it up again. I actually sat out here for quite a bit last night, just enjoying the peace and quiet. It was wonderful. Too cloudy for a star to come out, but still, it was just so nice. Dinner was great. Oh my goodness! And I took the leftovers and I stored them in my little plastic container. So I'll be eating some more of that again probably later today. But can't leave you without a couple of tips. So my first tip, and a lot of people are already aware and probably already do it anyway, but is in the fall and winter. Speaking of winter, interrupt myself here. It's still below freezing. I left a water bottle out last night inadvertently, and yeah, it's a chunk of ice this morning. My goodness. But I kept warm in the back of the truck camper just fine. Oh, but back to my tip. There we go. Lip balm. It's important for this time of year, just in general, not necessarily camping, because I mean your lips will dry out and crack. It's painful. It's just horrible. So, just something like this to carry in your vehicle with you is just great. Also, hand lotion. You get a good cold breeze coming at you, your hands will get chapped and then they'll crack and it hurts. And believe me, I know when my hands get cold, it's freaking painful. But that's why I always try to take good care of my hands. And right now it's not bad out at all. But in all, it was just a great trip. Oh my gosh, I was so looking forward to this one. And because the weather had just been so dismal for a good solid week, just great rain, spit snow, not enough to really, make the ground pretty by any means. Sleet, that's Indiana. I mean, we get more days like that than anything else in the winter. But in all, today, this weekend, fantastic. Loved every minute of it. So you folks, really appreciate you guys coming along. I truly do. And we're gonna call it on this one. I couldn't have asked for better for winter camping, and so far my winter camping trips have been great. So appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming along. Take care, and as always, I'll see you soon.